The air in the first-class boarding area grew, still, as voices fell to whispers. Elijah Monroe stood motionless, his tailored brown suit impeccable against his dark skin, boarding pass in hand, disbelief tightening across his features. A dozen sets of eyes pretended not to stare as the gate agent's words lingered between them like something corrosive. "I'm sorry, sir, but there's an issue with your boarding pass." The woman's smile stayed fixed and professional, but her eyes avoided his. "We'll need to rebook you on tomorrow morning's flight." Elijah felt his pulse echo in his temples, a slow, drumming rhythm he had long since mastered. Behind him, a white couple was waved through with identical first-class tickets, purchased via the same corporate account. "There is no issue with my boarding pass," Elijah replied, his voice a steady and control. Decades in boardrooms echoed in that calm cadence. "I checked it online and received confirmation. Our system shows an irregularity, sir. Perhaps you could step aside while we assist others." Something shifted in Elijah. A younger version of himself might have argued or demanded a supervisor. A more recent version might have accepted the insult in silence. But not today. His thumb hovered over a contact on his phone, simply labeled chairwoman. 3 hours earlier, Elijah had stood before his bathroom mirror in his Atlanta penthouse, adjusting his tie with surgical precision. At 53, his face bore the kind of distinguished lines only earned through decades of perseverance. Silver at the temples, laugh lines at the corners of his eyes had tempered his looks without erasing his vigor. "You don't have to do this," said his wife, Nadine, leaning against the doorframe. "Let Morrison handle the board meeting." Elijah smirked at her reflection. "I wouldn't miss watching him squirm when I point out that he's overshot projections by 20 million. "It's been 3 months since your heart scare," Nadine reminded him. "And 3 months since you promised to slow down." "I have. I've been home for dinner every night this week." "For the CEO of Vanguard Data Systems, that is a miracle," she teased, crossing the room to straighten his already perfect tie. Her fingers lingered. "Promise me you'll take it easy. One night in San Francisco. Back tomorrow. Nothing but champagne and warm almonds." "You were never a scout," she teased. "Details, details." He kissed her forehead, rolled his suitcase through their art-lined living room, pausing for a moment in front of the family photo wall. Their daughter Chelsea's graduation from Spelman, their son Jordan's NBA debut, their wedding day, faded but radiant. Success had bought them this life, but Elijah never forgot the toll. His phone buzzed. A text from his assistant, car downstairs. Should be clear traffic. Outside, Atlanta basked in morning light. His driver, Malik, greeted him with a warm grin. "Morning, Mr. Monroe." "Morning, Malik. How's your daughter?" "Talking college already. She's 12. They grow fast." The drive to Hartsfield-Jackson was smooth. Elijah's phone rang halfway there. "Chidwoman Dana Coldville." "Morning, Dana. Everything all right?" "Yes and no," she replied. "The Osaka deal's facing IP pushback. Their CEO respects you. Might need your personal touch. I'll review my calendar after the board meeting tomorrow. Maybe I can route through Tokyo. Also," she added, "the board is worried you're stretching yourself thin." "You sound like Nadine." "That makes us both smart. And the diversity initiative? We're seeing promising candidates." "Good. But we need more than promises. Our leadership should reflect the people we serve." "Agreed. Safe travels." At the terminal, Elijah breezed through TSA pre-check. In the lounge, he sipped black coffee and reviewed his notes for the board meeting. When it was time, he made his way to gate C12, first-class boarding already underway. An older white couple stood ahead of him, a middle-aged white man behind. The gate agent, a blonde woman named Beth, scanned Elijah's pass. Her smile turned rigid. "I'm sorry, sir. There's an issue. We'll have to rebook you." Elijah stayed calm. "My name is Elijah Monroe. I'm the CEO of Vanguard Data Systems. Our company spends $15 million annually with your airline. There is no issue with my boarding pass." Her smile wavered. "I'll get my supervisor." From behind, a voice interrupted. "Excuse me. I'm Carla James, lead attendant on this flight. Is there a problem? Elijah introduced himself, explaining succinctly. Carla's eyes narrowed, then she walked to the counter. Within moments, a harried supervisor arrived. Mr. Monroe, my deepest apologies. Your boarding pass is valid. Please this way. Beth scanned his pass, avoiding eye contact. Elijah nodded, stepped down the jetway, phone buzzing. A text from Nadine, safe flight. Call when you land. As he boarded, Carla greeted him with a soft tone. Mr. Monroe, I'm so sorry about earlier. If there's anything you need. Thank you. You intervened. That mattered. Elijah took his seat. Across the aisle, the same white couple who boarded before him eyed him curiously. He opened his phone, crafted a message to Dana Caldwell. We need to talk. Incident at Atlanta Gate. Call when you can. The plane taxied, lifted. Elijah closed his eyes, exhaled. A memory emerged. His father's calloused hands on his shoulder, saying, You don't let them define your worth, son. You walk in truth always. Later, Carla returned. Black, no sugar, right? Ow, I saw your order in the lounge. She glanced around, leaned in. The agent Beth's been justifying her behavior to the crew, saying your ID didn't match your appearance. Elijah's jaw tightened. Thank you for telling me. I filed a report. That behavior reflects on all of us. Lunch came. Carla again approached quietly. Beth says you threatened her with your position. I did no such thing. I believe you. After turbulence passed, Elijah opened his laptop. Instead of reviewing his board materials, he drafted an internal memo detailing the incident. This wasn't just about him. It was about systems. He moved to the galley and called Dana. Told her everything. Her voice sharpened. This is unacceptable. I'm notifying legal. And Elijah, thank you. Most would let it slide. That's exactly why I can't. By the time the plane landed in San Francisco, Dana had already begun a corporate response. Elijah received another message. Gate agent fired. Structural review underway. At his hotel, Elijah checked in, called Nadine, told her everything. You stood up. I'm proud, she said. That night, Elijah reflected. His father fought to get through the door. Elijah had fought to be respected once inside. Now his children would go further, higher. The next morning, he dressed with quiet resolve. His phone buzzed. Unknown caller. Mr. Monroe? William Hanover, CEO of Continental Skies Airlines. What happened was unacceptable. The agent has been dismissed. We're launching new training and updating our procedures. Thank you, Elijah replied, measured. Also, we're forming an advisory panel. We'd be honored if you. I can't commit, Elijah cut in, but I'll recommend qualified professionals. Also, ensure Carla James is protected. She did the right thing. Absolutely. She's being promoted. Dana texted. They blinked. Reform's coming. Ready for today. More than ever, Elijah responded. At the board meeting, Elijah recounted the incident, linked it to company values. The room changed. Even skeptics leaned in. Diversity initiatives passed unanimously. As Elijah stood on the office balcony at lunch, a message came from Carla. Thank you. I've accepted the promotion. Your actions made it possible. Elijah smiled. Progress wasn't always fast, but it was real. Each stand mattered. Each choice lifted the next generation higher. That night, boarding a private flight back to Atlanta, Elijah watched the lights fade beneath the wings. A day that began with insult had ended in transformation. A reminder that justice, like flight, begins with resistance and rises through resolve.